record button. You guys will all get this recording at the very end of this session. So I want to welcome you guys today to this training. It's an absolute free training for you guys to show you guys how to use X10 products to grow your Sunless business. So before we start, again, if you have not used Zoom, it's very easy, I promise. Go ahead and pull up that chat box. You should see a little chat box at the very bottom of your screen. Click on that and we'll be communicating throughout this training with each other on there. So can you guys let me know who you are, where you're from, and your Instagram handle? Who you are, where you're from, and your Instagram handle. We got Margaret from Nevada. We have Emily in here from Ohio, Stephanie from Indy, Robin from Illinois, Tina from Texas, Blanca from Michigan, Nessa from San Dimas, you're nearby, Brittany from Charleston, Cassandra from Tennessee, Victoria from California, Danny from Alabama, Kimberly from Massachusetts, Allison from Arizona, welcome, welcome, welcome. Samantha from Arkansas, very, very cool. Okay, so we have a ton of you guys in here. If you guys have used X10 products, go ahead and type in yes in your chat box. Or if you have never used X10 products, go ahead and type in no, just so I can see who we're speaking to today. So we have a couple of no's, couple of yeses. It looks like the majority of you guys have used X10 products. Okay, cool. So the goal here today is to educate you guys on the products themselves, but also how to integrate this into your Sunless business. I'm going to go ahead and assume that most of you, if not all of you guys, are already Sunless artists in our industry. So if you are brand new and never have touched a gun, if you've never ever spray tanned a body, can you let me know in the chat box below? Because I want to hear from you. So again, most of you guys have used X10 products, which is great. So for those of you guys who have used X10 products, this is going to give you like a little bit of a deeper dive into like what each product is for, who it's for, and how to really grow your business through not only Sunless solutions, but through retail products themselves. So throughout this training, I'm going to give you some education on the product itself, but also how to implement that into your strategies so that way you can actually grow your business. And by growing your business, what I mean is make more money in your business, because I hope as a business owner, that is one of the goals that you have for your business. Emily says, I have not personally spray tanned anyone. I work in management, our aesthetics, or our estheticians do the spray tans. Okay, very cool. Well, hopefully, Emily, this will give you some insight as to what is available for you and for your team. So that way you guys can use these products or use similar products to really gain some leverage in your own business and the business or the company that you work for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. I want to make sure that you guys are able to see it. So if you guys can go ahead in the chat box, let me know, yes, I can see your screen, and make sure it's like big on your screen. I want to make sure that you guys can see all of this, not so much my face. My face should be little, okay. Or maybe not even shown. That's totally fine. Okay, yes, 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 perfect, perfect. So if you guys have questions throughout this session, go ahead and type it into the chat box. I may or may not be able to see it as I'm going along. I like to kind of toggle in between doing this lecture and then talking to you guys. So if I do miss it though, just go ahead and ask at the very end, because I want to make sure all your questions are answered. I want to say that this might take about like 60 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer, but it just depends on what kind of questions you guys have. So I'm going to go ahead and put this chat box away. We're going to go ahead and focus on this really quick. Give me one moment. All right, so like I said earlier, today we're going to be talking about making more money with X10. Today we're going to talk about X10's mission, the Sunless solutions that we offer, Sunless retails that we offer, and how you can make more money using the products in your business. I also want to talk about support, because I think that's something that a lot of brands a lot of artists really need support because there are so many different types of products out there. So no matter what brand you're using or what product you're using, there's always a learning curve. So I don't want you guys to use a new product and give up on it, especially if it's a great product to use within your business. What I would love for you guys to do is use the product and feel empowered to know about the product, but also to ask questions and have a support system there to be able to do that. Today, it's really important, and honestly, anytime, it's really important for me to, or for your success to be at the forefront of everything that we do, because without you being successful in the sunless industry, we are not successful, right? So in order for us to be successful, it has to be this exchange of energy between you, us, and the client. And so in order to do that, my belief is that in order to create success in your business, you have to know about the products that you're using. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this chat again. Can you let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolutely not feeling knowledgeable, 10 feeling very knowledgeable in the products that you're using in your business? What would you rate yourself as? So like the main sunless solution that you're using, would you say that you're 1, not knowledgeable at all in that solution? Or would you say you're a 10, very, very, very knowledgeable with the main solutions that you guys use? We got 9, 10, 7, 7. Okay, cool. 10, perfect. 8.5, that's a good one. 6 or 7, 7, 6. Okay, so we want to bring that number up to a 10. We want you guys to feel super, super confident knowing the ins and outs of what you're applying onto your client. That's really important for me, especially as a licensed esthetician. Going into school, it was really important for me to understand like ingredients, understand the skin. And I know that with a lot of training programs out there, there's really not too much talk about this type of stuff because truth be told, you don't have to be a licensed esthetician or a licensed anything to become a sunless artist, right? So I really am huge on education, which is why I offer like these free trainings and things like that. So it's important for me that you are successful. And in order to be successful, you need to know about your product. So we want to bring that number, whatever it was, up to a 10. We want to make sure that you have strategy so that way you can sell over and over and over again. And not only sell, but also keep your clientele, your client base loyal to you. And another part of success, it is my belief that you'll need the support in order to be successful. So without these 3 main things, yes, of course, you can be successful, but you're not going to be as successful as you would want to be or could be if you don't have this stuff down. So again, product knowledge, strategy within your business, and support. So today we're going to be talking about that. Our mission at Xtant is to provide sunless artists with the most unique, highest quality products in the sunless market. Our mission is to change the trajectory of sunless tanning by offering luxury products that will help artists consistently create a flawless experience for their clients. And that's like one word that I want to just hone in on for a second is consistency. Okay. There's a lot of people who struggle with being consistent with the results of their spray tan. And I don't want you to be one of those artists that do struggle with this. So we're going to talk about how to simplify things so that way you can stay consistent. We believe that in order to become a lifestyle service, our clients must fall in love with the process of sunless tanning. So this is where you step in and this is where we step in. So we partner up to create a great experience for your clients through the products that we sell to you as the artist and for you creating that experience for your clients. We're here to help you make that happen. A couple of things that I want to talk about is in order to really sell your product, whether it's a spray tanning solution or a spray tanning service, I should say, or a retail product, you must love the product yourself. Because you can't sell something that you don't know about, you don't have experience with, or you don't love, you don't believe in. It is my truth that after many, many years of selling, you have to be knowledgeable and have somewhat of an experience with the product itself and love the product. That's an absolute must. You must love the product. The education piece as well, and this is to share this is so you can share information about X10 products. You must understand the features and the benefits of the products that you're sharing. So we're going to get into that as well. And another idea that I just want to throw out there to you guys is that a lot of the times it doesn't just take you recommending the product, although that does work very well, especially because you are the expert in the sunless industry for your clients, but also showing and telling. So to effectively share, you must focus on your ideal client and how they would benefit from using the products that you're trying to sell them. And this can be done through a couple of different ways, but a couple of ways that I personally have done it that work for me is storytelling through Instagram, doing videos to show them how the product works, sharing testimonials like social proof, things like that, that other people love the product as well. And of course, your own recommendations. So when people come into your shop or you're doing a mobile service, don't be scared to let them know. I know that there's like this huge fear around retail. My goal here today is to help you increase your profits, increase your revenue. And so that way you can take what would have been a $55 spray tan to an $80 or more spray tanning appointment for you. We want you to make money. That's essentially what it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into the sunless solutions that we offer here, just so you guys have an idea of what we have to offer, how you can implement this into your business, who it's for, the features, benefits, costs, all of the stuff, so you feel empowered to use this product on your clients. Now, Bronzite solution is a brand new solution that we just rolled out with, I believe, I want to say like a month and a half ago. So if you guys can pull up your chat really quick, have you guys used Bronzite solution? Yes or no? I'm curious to know because I want to dive in deep, especially for those who have used it and love it. No, not yet, not yet. I'm so surprised. Medium, you've used medium. No, but I want to. I need to order it. No, not yet. Okay, I'm so surprised. Yes, it's incredible. Yes, yes. Not yet, but I'm hoping soon. Okay, I'm shocked. I thought most of you guys would have used it. So this is great. Let's go ahead and dive into this solution, why it was created and who it was created for. So Bronzite solution is our brand new solution. We call it the hottest solution out on the market right now. The reason why I created this solution was because I was seeing this in our Facebook groups where people were spending so much money on different types of solutions with different bases, right? So like people would get one solution from this place with a red base, another brand of solution with a violet base, another brand of solution with like a green base. So they were going to so many different places to get a bunch of different solutions, only to find that either one, they overstocked on solution and it would end up going bad. Two, they spent way too much money on solution that either they didn't use or didn't use enough of, things like this. So I wanted to simplify the process. My mind went to how can I simplify the process while saving sunless solution artist or sunless artist money and giving them a way so that way they can still custom create solutions based on what type of client is coming through their door. So this is kind of like the base set here. These are the three different types of solutions that we have in the Bronzite light line. We have the light at 6%, a medium at about a 9%, and then the dark at about a 12%. This is going to give you a light, medium, and a dark based tan. Now, all of these products right here are completely neutral based. They're brown based, so you can use them for literally any type of client, no matter what skin type they are, skin type 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, of course, you want to be aware of the different types of skin types that there are and which solution would work best, which you should have gone over this in like a basic training. And if you need basic training, you can always go to spraytanclass.com. We have a beginner's course there with a full equipment setup and everything like that. But for now, let's focus on these solutions. So this is a perfect solution just on its own. But for those people who are interested in customizing a little bit more, we have a solution additive, actually 3 different types of solution additives that you can apply into the Bronzite solution that we just talked about. Okay. So these drops are optional. That's the first thing that I want to mention because a lot of people have been asking me about whether or not you have to use these drops. You absolutely do not have to use the drops. This was created for artists who really want to customize based on, different types of tones of skin that they're working with. So say, for example, somebody comes in and they are a skin type 1, we would recommend that you guys use jade green drops for this client if you want to. If you want to, okay, this is going to counteract the tone in their skin. So that way it creates a more natural tan, right? But I also want to say that the reason why these are optional is because this is just, it doesn't have DHA. These drops do not have DHA. They just are the color additive to create a different base tan, okay? So if you wanted to create a different base tan, you would use 1 to 2 droppers of these different variety of drops. So either the red drops, the violet drops, or the green drops in every 4 ounce of solution. We recommend using the jade green drops for a skin type 1 or 2. And I'm not going to go over all of the specifics of this. So if you guys want to take a screenshot, if you guys want to take a photo of this, I will send this to you afterwards as well. So you can kind of print this out and just use it as a cheat sheet, because it might look like a whole different language right now, but I promise you it's incredibly easy to use. So what we would recommend, if you are the type of artist who likes to customize and who wants to create these different types of base colors, is that you use the jade green drops for skin type 1 and 2. The next type of drops that we have is the violet drops, the amethyst violet drops. And this is recommended for skin types 3 and 4. And then the last type of drop that we have is our ruby red drops, and they are recommended for skin type 5 and 6. Okay. I also want to just kind of throw this out there really quick. You can play around with these drops. So if you wanted to use like these red drops on someone who is skin type 4, you can absolutely do this. There is not going to be a problem, nothing like that. So this is just kind of a guide, a beginner's guide to using the drops and for whom you would use it for. So can you guys let me know if that makes sense? Let me know if that makes sense, if that's like really difficult or what the case is here. Let me know in the chat box below. Are you guys understanding this? Is it hard? Okay, cool. So this is like a very easy cheat sheet. I try to make it as simple as possible. I'm very visual, so I like needed something like this for myself just to kind of see what it would look like. But I hope that this helps you. And again, to reiterate, because I want to mention this multiple times, you do not have to use these drops at all. You can just use the solution by itself. Tina says, not clear. Does it just impact the initial bronzer look? Absolutely, Tina. So Tina asked if these are clear. If this solution is clear, this solution has bronzer in it. So when you apply it, you'll see the immediate color. These are not clear. They're actually just the color additive. So when I wish I had it here. I don't have one with me, but when you guys look at the colors, you can see it is like just red. It is just green. The violet it's more of like a darker violet. So you'll see that color, but for the green and the red, it is just a pure green and a pure red. They do not have DHA, so it does not make the actual tan darker, but what it does change the base of the bronzer. The bronzer typically washes off in about 1 to 3 showers. It depends on your client and how well they rinse off and how well like the solution sticks onto their skin. Okay, perfect. So let me know if you guys have any questions going forward with this. But yeah, I thought this was a very simple way to kind of put everything together so you can actually see how to customize the solutions. Now, I know a couple of you guys are brand new, right? Have never touched a spray tan gun. Maybe you have a team that does it for you. Don't worry so much about this. If this is confusing for you, this is not a necessity. This is more of a guide for people or an option for people who really want to customize and who are finding themselves buying all these types of different solutions from every which way. The goal here is to simplify the process for you. Like, I don't want you guys having to go to 3 different brands to buy 3 different types of solutions, only to find that you're inconsistent with your results, that you're buying too much product and you're just wasting time, energy, money doing that. And I don't want you guys to get flustered or overwhelmed. This is simply to simplify the process and to save you money in the long run when it comes to buying products and making sure that really like you have these options if you decide that you want to use that. So I hope that helps. Who is the Bronzite solution for? It's for any client who wants a light, medium, or a dark tan. The drops are for artists who love to take custom sunless experiences further and add these drops to create the violet, red, or green-based tan. Without the drop additives, your Bronzite solution is just a brown base. It's a neutral base, meaning that it is fine for any type of skin tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here are some Bronzite features. We have hyaluronic acid, which is the world's most powerful anti-aging and collagen stimulating type of ingredient, kakadu plum to nourish and cleanse the skin, and green tea extract for protection against harmful UV damage. And notice that it's not SPF, so it's not going to, it's not like an SPF type of product, right? So white tea extracts helps naturally regenerate skin's youthful, healthy appearance. Coffee extract for boosting hydration and skin elasticity, and elderflower extract as well. Here are some benefits. So for the artist, it's easy to use. The solution is pretty cut and dry. We're actually coming out with a rapid solution soon, by the way, just in case some of you guys want that option. But for now, these are all 8-hour solutions, and it's just very cut and dry. It's easy to use. You can use 1 to 2 coats, totally up to you and up to what your client wants. We tried to create this solution to where the bronzer actually matched what the tan was going to develop into. So that was why it took so long to formulate this product, because it was really hard to get it that way. And we still don't guarantee it, but it is something that a lot of you guys have noticed and have brought to my attention. They're like, I love the fact that there's no false advertisement, right? So like when you spray tan somebody, what you see immediately upon application is just the bronzer. At the 8-hour mark, that bronzer should match what the tan actually develops into. Now, I would be careful when stating this to your clients, because depending on their skin, depending on pH levels, things like this, it can still vary, but it was designed to be able to do that for the most part, okay? The whole goal, again, with Bronzite Sunless Solution is so that you have less back bar inventory, which saves you money. We want you to have consistent results with every single appointment that comes in. So whenever you're using a product, and this is just a tip for any sunless artist, no matter what product you're using, you always want to keep note of what product you're using, how many coats you did, and when they were told to shower. So if you're using Bronzite Medium, you did 2 coats and you told them to shower at 8 hours, you want to write all of that out in your notes, so that way when your client comes back, they can go darker, they can go lighter, or you can stay exactly how you did it last time. And the key to this is to mention to your clients that you're actually doing this, because truth be told, a lot of people are not doing this. So this is your specialty, right? Like this is the advantage that you have over other sunless artists in your area, is the fact that you're actually keeping notes. But even going a step further, you're telling your clients this because they're going to be able to trust that on their next appointment, you can make them lighter, darker, or stay exactly the same. When you have this type of connection with your client and you're letting them know, like, I'm really wanting to take care of you, I'm keeping all of your notes in our booking system. So next time you come in, we can change up the formulation, or we can keep it exactly the same for you. They're going to trust that you're going to be able to do that. All right. I know for me personally, I'm very loyal with like my hairstylist and people who I feel like it's my hair, like my lashes. And a lot of the times the reason why is because I know that, one, they really care about their business. They're clean in their business. That's really important for me. But also they tell me that they are keeping notes of what they're doing. So that way I'm not just feeling like I'm just another number that's coming in through their door, right? So you want to make them feel incredibly special, and you want to make sure that you're taking notes no matter what. Really, the goal with Bronzite too was to have you guys have all of the options in one store. So going to xtansunless.com, we wanted to give you guys the Bronzite line, which would include all of the options that you could possibly need to create any type of solution for literally any person that's walking this earth. Now, the only contraindication to this is if they have an allergy or something to something that's in the product, but it is very rare that will happen. So you guys should be asking every single client whether or not they have an allergy. And if they do have an allergy, I always recommend having them read the ingredients list. You read the ingredients list as like a second pair of eyes and have them sign off stating that they are not allergic to anything in the solution itself. Again, this is like a very rare thing, but no matter what solution you use, you should definitely do that process. So that way it covers you, covers your clients. We don't want anything happening to them, and we don't want anything happening to you. Your clients love consistency. So with Bronzite, you'll be able to give them that consistent light, medium, dark tan with the different base if you choose to do so. They also love real results when they leave. So I remember using a product a while back, and it was such a different color on their skin. Like they turned purple or they turned red. I had somebody turn blue with using a product. And for me personally, that's really not what I would like my clients to look like when they walk out of the door, because your client, although that we know that that's just the bronzer, it's going to wash off. We want our clients feeling good throughout the entire process, from the time that they book with us to the time that the tan fades off. That is a whole experience in its entirety. So you want to remember that everything matters within that time frame in terms of them judging how that experience went. So when somebody comes to you and they leave looking a little bit crazy or a little bit darker than they wanted to, or maybe even a different color completely, like, you know, green or blue or purple or red, we typically try to avoid that from happening. So with Bronzite, you won't have those issues. They're going to get the real results when they leave, because again, what we did was we tried to create the bronzer to match what the tan would look like at the 8-hour mark. Your clients also love high quality ingredients. So all of the ingredients that I'm going to be naming, like the Kakadu plum that you'll see a lot, the hyaluronic acid that you'll see a lot in this presentation, you want to be able to share that with them. And again, in order to share that effectively, you have to be knowledgeable in terms of what those ingredients are and how they're going to benefit the client. And lastly, your clients are going to love that you are customizing specifically for them. So if you're the type of person that wants to use the drops and the additives, it's really, really fun, right? To like kind of play around with it and see what works for you, see what works for your clients. But even more so, it is really cool for your clients to be able to see you take the wheel and actually add certain things in there to customize the product just for them and just for that appointment. I mean, I don't know of any other type of experience that I really have with that, other than like maybe getting my hair done, obviously, you know, but I think it's really cool as a Sunless artist to be able to do that in front of them, because that's not very common. I mean, I don't know how many spray tans you've gotten from other artists, but I've never seen that happen before in any of my spray tanning experiences. And I think it would just be really cool for you guys to take that customization to the next level, let them know what you're doing, kind of educate them behind, you know, what the green base is versus the violet base or whatever, you know, base color you're putting in there. And then of course, notating this in the account and telling them as well. So at the end of some of these slides, you'll see what the cost is. I'm not going to go over them, but it is very, very cost effective to have the Bronzite line in your salon or in your mobile service. So you should be charging, obviously, in my opinion, if you're in a salon, at least $50. If you're doing a mobile service, at least $60, $65. So depending on where you're at geographically speaking and who your ideal client is, that obviously that number is going to vary a little bit, but you can see that the profit margins are still so big, even if you charge $40 or even if you charge $50 for a mobile spray tan. Okay. So just out of curiosity, if you guys want to go ahead, Stephanie, the ingredients list should be on the website. If it's not, let me know, but it should be at xtansunless.com. Let me know how much you guys pay or charge for your spray tan, and specify whether it's a salon or if you're doing mobile services. I'm just trying to see where you guys are at. Yeah, the rapid is really, really good, Michelle. I can't wait. So we got Danny with 45 in studio. We got 55 for a salon, 40 for regular, 50 for rapid, 50 for rapid, 65 or 50 for regular, 65 for rapid. Okay, cool. So it seems like the average here is, I would say, about 45 for in studio and about 50 for mobile. Perfect. Start at 35 and go up for rapid and luxury. Okay, cool. So we'll get into that as well in just a little bit. I always say, if you guys are having trouble with pricing, I always say to look at, your 5 to 10 different competitors in your area, see what they're charging, see what's included. And one piece of advice that I love to share is to do it better. So include more things like maybe powdering or maybe sticky feet or something that your competitors aren't doing to elevate the experience, and therefore you can charge a little bit more. In my experience, I have done a lot better when I price higher. We have maybe fewer clients, but ultimately what happens is we just charge, more, and we make more money that way, even though we have less clients. So I'm working smarter, not harder in that regard. And we're also really kind of weeding out the people that we don't want to work with. And that might sound a little bit mean, but you have to realize, like, you have your own ideal clients, right? You should have this ideal client in your mind of who you want to serve and have an idea of who isn't that in that part, right? So like we serve people who are, I would consider them like higher end clientele, people who are business owners, people who are professionals, people who are around like 35 and up, people who have the income to spend on, memberships, things like that, because that's really our focus in our salon. So having the idea of who you're serving is going to be incredibly important for you to really grow your business and to market effectively. So that's just like a side note there. I promise not to go on too many tangents today. All right. So the next thing here is Obsidian Dark Rapid Sunless Solution. So how many of you guys have used Obsidian Sunless Dark Rapid? Let me know. Have you used Obsidian? Yes or no? Yes or no? Blanca said yes. Jennifer says yes. Mandy says I do. I'll never stop. Yes, yes, yes. Tina says no. Samantha says no. Okay, cool. So Obsidian was my firstborn child. It was born December 2018, I believe. And when I created the solution, the idea behind it was to create the darkest solution possible. And the reason for this was because a lot of your guys' feedback in the Beauty Business Babes Facebook group was talking about how there was no solution that got so dark. So this is actually a 14%. I actually don't even like saying that because a lot of people are like, oh my God, 14%. It's like so dark. So the great thing about Obsidian Dark / Rapid is that you can use it as an 8-hour solution, or you can use it as a rapid. And just so you guys know, most of the rapids that you're using won't tell you what the DHA percentage is. Most of them, I would say, are about 14%, the same as Obsidian Dark Rapid. So the way that you would use this, and actually let me go into that in just a moment. Before I do that, I want to talk about Obsidian Light Medium. So this is a retired product. A lot of you guys loved using this by itself and also mixing it with Obsidian Rapid Dark. I'm trying to, in my business, minimize how many products we have. I don't want a million different solutions. I just want the best solutions to give to you guys, because for me, having so many different types of solutions and SKUs out there, it makes it more difficult for me to run a business effectively and make sure that we have enough product, quality products, all of that stuff. So my focus is purely on the quality of the product that we have. And while Obsidian Light and Medium was a great product, it didn't sell as much as the Obsidian Dark. So it actually sold 4 times less than Obsidian Dark. And what I would tell you guys and suggest to you guys is that your numbers will tell stories. And what I mean by that is when you go into your back end of your systems and you guys look and see like, okay, what is selling? Is rapid selling? Is the 8 hours selling? Is this, contouring option selling more? Is this particular membership selling more? And kind of going over all of your numbers to see what could you simplify? What could you focus on? What could you make better? What can you let go of, right? All of these things, the numbers will give you that information of like what you should be doing in the next step of your business. So for me, this told me that I needed to get rid of this product and I needed to basically supplement this product or change out this product and replace it with something else, which is Bronzite Light and Bronzite Medium. So a lot of you guys have messaged me like, hey, I loved Obsidian Light. Like, what happened to it? It did retire. And if you wanted to change this out, if you wanted a suggestion, I would go with Bronzite Light or Bronzite Medium. And yes, you can still mix those solutions with Obsidian Dark Rapid if you want to. All right. So that's that. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But I know that that was something that a lot of people asked about. I also want to mention that in some of these slides, you're going to see this little box right here, or this little play sign. This right here is for you to be able to click on this. I'm going to send you the PDF so you can do that. And this is going to give you a training, like a video training on this particular product. So if there's a product that you see that you're like, oh my gosh, I really like that, I want to learn more, go ahead and click this. And that's going to help you identify more information about that particular product. So Obsidian Dark Rapid, your target audience should be people who are typically like skin type 2 and above. I found that to work the absolute best. Although you can use this for skin type 1, it has worked well. I would suggest, my recommendation is to do a skin type 2 and above client who want to achieve a medium to very dark results. Some of the Obsidian features that we have is grapeseed and sunflower seed oil. We have vitamin A, C, and E. We have aloe vera, green tea extract, coffee extract. And like I said earlier, you guys can find the full ingredients list on our website. If you cannot find it for some reason, please email us hello@xtansunless.com. Some of the benefits for this particular product is that you can use it as an 8-hour or you can use it as a rapid. It is a red-based solution and it works for most skin types. I would suggest, again, skin type 2 and above would be best. Although, again, I have used it for skin type 1 and people have loved it that way as well. This contains high quality ingredients for a long lasting, more hydrating experience. So the way that you would use the Obsidian Dark Rapid is either as an 8-hour solution, standalone solution. If you do this, I do recommend one coat. You don't want to oversaturate your client with this product. It's a thicker viscosity product, so you really don't need to do honestly more than one coat. Like you could, but you really don't have to. You can use less product with this particular solution because it is so thick. So the rinse at 8 hours would give you the dark AF tan. That's the 14%. Beware with this. If you're using it for skin type 1 or 2, you want to not do this the very first time. I would suggest doing this once you get to know their skin a little bit better. If you wanted to use it as a rapid, you can have them rinse off at 2 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours for a light, medium, or a dark tan, as you can see right here. So you can go ahead and snap a photo of this, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. And of course, if you wanted to come back to this and watch that video, you could do that as well. The cost for you is going to be about $3.98 per client. So that's how much the cost is for this particular solution, because again, you don't have to use too much of it. About 1.5 ounces per client is perfect. I do recommend charging $5 extra at minimum. We charge we charge 10. I would recommend $5 minimum upcharge for this particular solution because it is a little bit more expensive than the Bronzite line. And also you can use it as the rapid solution. So this cost, because it costs you money, you want to relay that onto your clients as well. And this goes for anything. This goes for your retail products. This goes for anytime you're getting a more expensive type of solution, whether it's like a rapid or a luxury solution, you want to make sure you're pricing appropriately, and you should not feel bad about that. All Xtan Sunless solutions have been created and thoroughly tried and tested by a licensed esthetician, which is myself, registered nurse, dermatologist, and or cosmetic chemist before launching. So all the products are considered luxury, high quality products that contain the following benefits: high quality product formulation, no smell, even fade, orange proof, versatility. The longevity of the tan is great. The bronzer color is great. The tan color itself is great. And we, before launching, have tested this by many, many artists, clients, and models prior to launching. All right, so we're going to get into retail products. How many of you guys sell retail products? Let me know in the chat. Do you sell retail? Yes, no, you hate it. What is going on in your business? I need to know this because a lot of you guys have this misconception that retail is going to steal from you. It is not going to steal from you. It's not going to steal from you. Didn't want to carry too much extra. I know in the beginning, it can be a little bit overwhelming trying to like figure out what to, implement into your business. But when I first started my business 8 years ago, I sold retail like crazy because I knew that I could take what was then my $50 mobile spray tan to an $80 or more appointment. And when you guys are thinking about this, I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to make more money. Like, no. That is completely like the wrong mindset to have. When you're selling retail, it has to be something that you absolutely love and believe in, and you know it's going to benefit for your client. If you are selling a product that you don't believe in, that you don't think your client would benefit from, you're doing it all wrong. Like, get rid of those products that you don't love, that you don't believe in, put them on clearance, sell them, do something with them, and start really focusing on things that you know are going to help your client. Because the goal here as the Sunless expert in your shop is to create the best experience possible. And again, going back to what I said earlier, that starts from the time that they see you or book with you to the time that their tan fades. So imagine like you have a bride, right? You have a bride and she never gets a spray tan. She's not very familiar with the process. Maybe this is even her first spray tan for her wedding, because I know you guys have had those clients before. Hey, my wedding's tomorrow. Can you spray tan me today? Oh my gosh, my heart like drops, right? So in order to create a fabulous, incredible experience, we have to cross our T's, dot our I's. In my opinion, every single person that is a bride needs to be leaving your shop or your mobile service, your appointment, with the X-Tan remover. That's like non-negotiable. Like, every bride needs to have this. And actually what we've done in our business at our salon is we've bundled this with all of our bridal tans. So our bridal tans are a little bit more expensive, but we make sure to give them their gift that includes the X-Tan remover, the X-Tan mousse, and an X-Tan mitt as well. Because a lot of the times they're going on a honeymoon afterwards and they want to keep their tan on. So if I'm not there to do it for them, this is going to help them. So by bundling everything together, we're able to price our bridal tans a little bit higher and offer this gift that's like the bridal gift for them, the bridal box or bridal bundle or whatever it is that we call it. I don't even know, but come up with like a cute little name and be able to like bundle this, because I think every single bride needs to be leaving with this. Imagine taking photos on your wedding. You have all of this chaos going on and you are incredibly not wanting to take photos because you're insecure because you have tan all over your palm and it's so stubborn and you don't know how to get it off, right? So a lot of times, like, that's where it really messes up, is on our hands. And many times brides are getting close-ups of their ring, their hand. So it needs to be pretty much perfect. And the way that we're able to do that for our brides is through obviously good technique, making sure we're educating them. But in the event that something does happen, we do have the X-Tan remover and the mousse that we give them in case they need to touch up anything, right? So a couple of things that I wanted to mention with the X-Tan remover is that it is a product that successfully and effectively does take off a stubborn spray tan. So this could be on little areas like the palm, or it can be on your entire body if you wanted to. So if you're getting a client that's coming in and they have their old tan on, you can use this product and you can have them take off their entire spray tan. Typically, you don't want to do this right before a spray tan, but if you need to, you can. Just make sure that you wipe it off with water because you want to restore the pH levels in the skin prior to spray tanning them. So a couple of things that I want to mention here is that we have a 2-ounce pack, which is this right here, and then we have 3 2-ounces in one pack right here. A lot of people, if you guys are old school X-Tan X-Tan remover users, you may have noticed that we do not carry the bigger bottle that was a 6-ounce bottle. The reason for that is because when we used to spray out the bottle, it would actually get clogged because the bottle was too big and nobody was using it in a timely manner. So when people would use it, it would be like maybe 3 months out or something like that, or 4 months out. And so what would happen is it would actually get clogged up because it would start oxidizing when you actually sprayed the spray so many times. So in order to fix that problem, we ended up just doing these 3 packs of 2 ounces, and they worked perfectly. So a couple things here is that it does erase unwanted tans. You can actually use the product itself and then use just any type of towel to remove it off. Sometimes you might have to use it 2 times or so to remove a very stubborn tan, but you can use this on yourself, you know, especially as a sunless artist. I think every sunless artist should have this. If you guys have no gloves, and you all know what your hands look like after a day of spray tanning, it is a hot mess. So this works so good, and we have a ton of videos on our Instagram showcasing what this looks like. So if you want to get the glove that comes along with it, this comes with the 3 pack, but you can buy this separately if you get the 2 pack as well. This is a microfiber glove that was meant to be used with the actual spray itself. But again, if you don't have that nearby, you can just use a regular towel, and that works just as good. The target audience for this particular product would be people who are frequent tanners. So somebody who comes in every single week or every 2 weeks and cannot get the remaining tan off. So if you see that they have tan still like on their chest or on their legs or in some areas that it just doesn't come off, you might want to give them this product or sell them this product, because they're going to get a better result when you get a fresh spray tan. We all know that, right? So that should be a pretty easy sell. Another thing is models. So if you know that somebody is coming to you and they have a photo shoot, or they have some very important event like a wedding or another type of occasion, you want to give them this or sell this to them, because it is going to cross their T's, dot their I's, even if they don't use it at that one particular moment in time. If they use self tanner, or if they get, you know, spray tans on occasion, this is great insurance for them to have a flawless glow. The next thing on here is vacationers, of course. So people who are vacationing might want something like this, because they're not going to be able to see you in case something does go wrong with their spray tan during the development process. I would love to see you guys offer this to newbies, because a lot of the times, even as an experienced spray tanning artist and client myself, it never ever fails. I always mess up my tan when I sleep in it. Always. I don't know if you guys are the same way. I mess up my tan all the time. I am the worst type of client. It's all over my hands. It's a hot mess, but because I have X tan remover, I'm able to take it off and it's fine. And then of course, like those who are inexperienced in sunless tanning, newbies, whatever, the same thing. So a couple of features that we have here is white lily extract. You've seen that before in the previous product, white peony extract as well. And then hyaluronic acid, which again, you're going to see this a lot in most, if not all of our products that we have. Vitamin C and D, and green tea, and kakadu plum. Kakadu plum is another product that you're going to see a lot in our products as well. So the spray tan sunless remover quickly and effectively removes stubborn sunless tans from the full body or specific areas of the body. To be honest, I don't know too many people use this for their full body, but mostly I would say it's for like people who have remaining areas of their body that the tan just doesn't want to come off, or their palms are probably like the most common places that I've seen it. And this proprietary formulation, it was designed by a registered nurse and cosmetic chemist, and it is dermatologist approved. Okay, so I want you guys to be able to see the video on how to use this. It's super easy. You spray the area, you let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes, then you wipe with a cloth or the microfiber white glove that is available for sale as well. So I love to use the glove itself, the 2 ounce remover, and the way that we display it in our salon is so pretty. I wish I had a video, but I want to show you guys how to display this so that way it attracts people, because you can't just hide your products in the back of your back bar or like in a room or something and hope that people just magically understand or know that you guys have it. It has to be displayed front and center, and it has to be displayed in a way that looks super professional and fun. So I would suggest even having some sort of tester that you have. So if you have a little test bottle, which we have at our salon, it says tester on it. We wrote like a little label that says tester, and then we showcase how it works either in front of them, and if we have like spray tan on our palms or something like that, or I'll show them a video that really helps them understand like why they should get this product. So Again, taking your regular spray tan from like a $50 spray tan to a $65 spray tan, you can do that with just this one retail product, just the remover by itself. Some tips for you guys is to bundle this for brides, newbies, or memberships. So I don't know if you guys offer memberships. If you don't, highly recommend thinking about doing that, because memberships keep people loyal to you. And from our experience, not only has it helped with like revenue, of course, but it just keeps people loyal to us, keeps on coming. They keep on coming more than they normally would if they did not have that membership as well. Let me go ahead and check up on you guys. It would be so fun to do a walkthrough of your salon. Actually, so we have it on spraytanclasstv.com. Let me type that in here for you guys. We did a full walkthrough kind of recently and shared that with y'all. Can you wipe it off with pH balancing spray right before another spray tan? So Mandy, you could after you wipe it off with water. So you want to do water first, because you want to take that product off, right? You want to restore like the natural, like normal pH levels of the skin. And then you can use the pH balancer on top of that. And just make sure if you do this, Mandy, like no matter which way you do it, make sure they're dry before you start spray tanning, because then you're going to start seeing like those little white spots and it might look a little bit messy. Okay, perfect. Self-tanner and tan extending products. So this is where people start thinking like, oh no, I don't want to sell that product, because what's going to happen is they're not going to come to me anymore for a sunless tan. I want you guys to remove that out of your mind. We talked about this at Slay the Spray. If you guys were there, Brandy did a great job at explaining this. And really, a large part of your revenue should come from retail products. If you are not carrying any retail products, or if you aren't selling retail products as much as you should, it should account for about 30% of what you're selling and more. I've seen people do more. So it really, you have to know what products to have within your business, right? But two, you have to not be afraid to explain to the clients why they need this product and why you believe as the expert it would benefit them. So we have these three options right here for self-tanner, and we also use this product right here for a tan extender. And I'm going to explain that in just a moment. So we have our X-Tan mousse right here, which is the most hydrating mousse on the market. That by itself, that line just sells so many people. And the fact that this was created by a registered nurse and a cosmetic chemist is a great selling point as well. I know Amy took a long time creating this product before I purchased X-Tan, the company, from her. And she really did a lot of work in research and development and really made this product so good. As you guys can see on some of the reviews on Amazon or even directly on our website, people absolutely love this product. You can also get the X-Tan streak-free self-tanning mitt that comes along with this. And then if people are interested in really like perfecting this, I would recommend the X-Tan blending brush. And this blending brush has a couple of different uses. As you can see, it has two different sides to it. This one right here is considered like a beauty blender contouring type of end. And then this one right here is more of like a blending brush. So what we like to do is we like to bundle things, because I've realized that with bundling things, people are more apt to buy the extra products that they may question. So do I have a picture of it? I don't know if I have a picture of it, but basically what we do is we have all three products in a really nice like box, and then we give them a discount for buying all three versus just one individually. So that is something I would highly recommend doing. And I wish I had a picture of it, but basically it's a black box that we have it in. We have cute little black and gold stuffing, and it's right on top of our registration or reception desk. So when people are coming up to purchase the product, or to check out, I should say, the product box is right in front of them. So they can actually touch it. They can feel it. They can feel the brush because it's open. It's not in its little bag that it normally comes in. Same thing with the soft mitt. Like, people love to touch stuff. Like, when you touch something, you're more likely to buy it, and your clients are actually more likely to do the same if they're able to touch it and test it. So the mousse, we have a tester mousse, we have a tester glove, we have a tester brush, and people can play around with it and see if that's something that they would want to do. This right here is just a regular self-tanning mousse. So you can use it as a standalone product, but aside from that, you can also use it as a tan extender. So say, for example, you have a client that is going on vacation and she wants to make sure that her tan lasts throughout the entire 3 weeks that she's going to be on vacation. And perhaps your tan is going to last about 7 to 10 days, which is absolutely normal. And she wants to just make sure that the tan can stay on longer. She would use this product when she feels like the tan is too light on her skin. So say, for example, on day 7, she still sees the tan on that you applied onto her skin, but maybe it's not dark enough. Then she would just use this as a full body application. Or maybe she finds that, her shins lose color faster than the rest of her body. Then she would use something like this to just apply on that lighter area. So that's how you would use it as a tan extender. The target audience for this particular product are people who want touch-ups in between appointments, are going on vacation, who already use self-tanner, and who want certain parts of their body tanned year round. Now, the one thing that I want to mention right here, it says people who already use self-tanner. A lot of people, again, go into this mindset of, I don't want to sell that product because I want them to come to me rather than buy this product, right? If you are not selling the self-tanner, she's going to go out and buy it somewhere. She's going to get an Instagram, ad or a Facebook ad, or she's going to see her friend is using it on Instagram, and she's going to go out to Amazon and buy the Loving Tan or whatever other product is out there that is heavily marketed to people like her who love spray tan. So if you're not selling it to her, somebody else will. So you might as well, again, bring that $40 tan up to a $70 tan or more, depending on what you're selling to her. But my goal here for you is to create more income in your business and have them continue purchasing from you while you are still maintaining them as a client. Here's some features of the X-Tan Mousse as well. So again, we have collagen, hyaluronic acid, banana flower, kakadu plum, all kinds of different things for different types of benefits for your clients. So you guys can take a photo of this, or you guys can take it, check it out when I send it to you. Oh my gosh, my computer's about to die. So this is how we bundle the product here. So we have all of these products in one little box, like I had mentioned. We recommend it to all travelers, avid Sunless lovers, clients who come on occasion. And this will quickly and effectively keep a year-round tan in between appointments, going on vacation, and using it as a standalone or touch-up product anytime, anywhere. The cost for this is typically, just for this one product right here, is $44, but you would profit by wholesale $24.90 or $31.90, depending on how many options or how many mousses you buy. So the minimum would be 5 for the wholesale pricing. The goal here is to be able to have you guys take whatever you purchased it for and double that. So that way you can have your profits made. All right. Does anybody have any questions so far? Any questions about the retail products, about Sunless solution, anything like that? I'm just going to text somebody to bring me a charger really quick while you guys are doing that. Okay, cool. I have a type 1 client who says it's too dark for her. Do you have a lighter one coming out for type 1 clients? Okay, so you're talking about the X-Tan Mousse. We do not have any options right now for a lighter one. We do like what we have currently right now. However, Mandy, since you asked, I will let you guys in on a little secret. We are coming out with additive drops. So basically what that would mean is that they can use these DHA drops at a 9% or 12% level, and they can add this to their current lotion that they have. So what that would do is it would allow them to create their own self tanner or their own tan extender. So does the mousse act like tanning drops that would be added to your everyday lotion? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I feel like those are two completely different products. So that would be like comparing apples to oranges type of thing, Michelle. I would say that the mousse is more potent and is not going to be as customizable or not versatile, but customizable. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I think those are two completely different things. So you need to purchase 5 of any of the products to receive wholesale pricing. Typically it is 5, yes, typically. And that shouldn't be a problem because you should be selling these like crazy. I swear, once you start getting into the hang of it, oh my gosh, please work. It kind of looked like it was messed up down here. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, cool. Whew. Okay, I can calm down now. Okay, this thing is going to be a little bit weird because it looks like it's broken the charger. So anyways, we're going to try to get through this. If we're cut off, I will send you guys this whole entire thing, but we should be good. And to use the remover, just spray it on a towel and let it sit and wipe away. So Victoria, the way that you would do it is you would spray the area that you want to get the tan remover or the tan off. So it'd be most likely like maybe your palms or your arm, whatever. So you would spray that area. And then what you would do is let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. And then you would and then you would get your towel, you would wipe it off, and then you would put water on it. If you need to do it a second time, you can do it a second time. So I hope that helps. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this, you guys. This is awful. Is Bronzite a much thinner solution than Obsidian? Yes, I would consider it a thinner solution for sure. Okay, cool. So I think we're good to go here. So a couple more slides. The X-Tan scrub. I don't know if you guys have used this or not, but this is actually something I came out with about 6 months ago, and it has been such a game changer for a lot of our clients. Now, I would recommend using this prior to getting a spray tan. So the day before, whenever they're, showering, shaving, exfoliating, they can use this product here. And it is such an incredible product because you could just feel like how soft your skin is after it. And it's just so, so good. It's actually one of my favorite products that we have. And we haven't really even talked about it too much. So the marketing kind of isn't really there for this product. So if you guys didn't know that we had this product, now you do. We do offer it at wholesale rates as well. So this is for anyone who needs to prep for a spray tan or even like a self tanner, or can even be used as a standalone product. I think everybody, all women especially, like know how important it is to exfoliate your skin on a consistent basis, right? So this is something that would allow them to do that either with a spray tan at the very end of their spray tan, before a spray tan, or even if they don't spray tan at all. A quick question here for you guys who are on here live. Do you guys have an e-commerce store? Do you guys have an e-commerce store? Do you guys have somewhere where you guys can offer your retail products online? Okay, so we have like half and half. Okay, no and yes, no, yes. Okay, for those of you guys who do not have an e-commerce store, highly recommend just on your website, whatever website that you guys currently have right now, highly suggest looking into this, because this opens up a whole another portal of people that you could sell to. You could sell nationally, you could sell internationally, you could sell to whoever, wherever, whenever, as long as it makes sense for you, right? So having an e-commerce store for us meant that we didn't have to be next to or in the vicinity of the people that we sold to. So not only do we sell to our normal salon clients, but now we're able to expand into different realms or different geographic location. So we can sell to somebody who's in Pennsylvania while we're here in California, or someone who's in Saudi Arabia while we're here in California, someone in Canada, worldwide, anywhere at any point in time. And if you have an audience on your social media accounts, like even if it's 50 people, 100 people, doesn't matter how many people, but if you have a social media audience and you're willing to share this with them, you know, you could really literally sell to anybody at any point in time. And this is something that is such a potential game changer for so many people if it's done right. Because what some people do is they get the e-commerce store, they put all their retail products on there, but they don't tell anybody that this exists. So because they don't tell anybody it exists, nobody knows it exists. So they don't get any sales, and they're like, well, e-commerce sucks. Like, why am I not getting any sales? But what you really need to do is tell people about it, you know, share that you have this amazing product on your e-commerce store and that it would benefit this person, or this person, and how it would benefit them. Okay. So I hope that gives you guys some inspiration. I will be sending you the slides. Yes. The scrub is currently sold out. We are getting a shipment in, I think, this week at some point. So I'm hoping either this week or by the very latest, it will be next week. So this is recommended for all clients who need to prep for their spray tan, remove a spray tan, or even who just want to exfoliate, you know, regularly. And the second to last thing that we have on here is our X-Tan Moroccan exfoliating mitt. So this is something, oh, sorry, I didn't change this right here, but this is basically something that you're able to use. You don't have to use this with the scrub. You can actually use it as a standalone product. And what I would recommend doing is starting from your legs and just always exfoliating up towards your heart. So no matter what direction you're in or what area of the body you're exfoliating, always go towards your heart. This, I think, has a good, it gives people like a good visual of like how to use this, because one, you don't want to overdo it, right? You don't want to like over exfoliate your skin because it can damage the skin, but you don't want to not get like all of the areas. So with this, you can start from your legs, go all the way up towards your body, towards your heart, I should say, and then start or end off with like your back and your arm area. I don't usually ever actually recommend using this for your face. I would just use another product for exfoliating your face, because this is a place where you have thinner skin and we don't want to damage the face at all. So this is, again, a great product. And I would recommend not wetting it. You just want to use it as like a dry brush type of product, or a dry mitt type of product, I should say. And last but not least, we cannot leave out the guys. So we have the guys here, or the man mousse here for the guys. And this is perfect for somebody who wants a light to dark tan. So going back to Mandy's question, technically we do have a lighter tan for mousse, self tanner, but it is not really marketed towards women, although women could use it too. So Mandy, that would be something I would share with you. However, most women are going to be taken a little bit like, they're going to be like, why are you giving me a man mousse? So the reason why this is the way it's formulated is to create like a light to dark tan, is because it's a buildable product. So you can put it onto your skin and it's very forgiving. So you can kind of like mess with it to make it a darker tan, a lighter tan, a medium tan. And it's great for beginners because, like I said, it is very forgiving. So you can kind of use this with that mitt that we had for the X-Tan mousse, and you can apply this throughout your entire body. Another tip for those who don't have a mitt and they want to use a product that they have maybe at their house or something, or like a man mousse or any type of mousse, you can actually use something like a non-latex, like a vinyl glove or something like that, to apply the mousse throughout the body. Although I've found that it's not as easy to use or as spreadable. So it's totally up to you how you do this. But the man mousse was created for men who were interested in just kind of getting their feet wet and not feeling scared that it's going to be such like a dark tint or dark solution. So these are the bundles that I wanted to show you. Happy 11/11, you guys. These are the bundles that I wanted to show you really quick. I try to bundle everything. Honestly, like I bundle all kinds of stuff for our artists. I bundle all kinds of things for our clients. And the reason why I do this is because the shit works. It works. And it's better when you bundle things that people might not have like a huge education or understanding of. So say, for example, like this right here, Sunless gift pack for her. Typically, most people are going to go for the mousse and they're not going to even pay attention to the mitt or the brush. But when we bundle it and we give them this product at a discounted rate, it allows them to want to try the product because they are getting a deal, right? So instead of having to sit there and explain every single product every single time, you can simply bundle it up together and just say these 3 items are used together. So you can use the mitt to apply the actual mousse itself, and then you can use the brush for your hands or for any smudges or mistakes that happen throughout the self-tanning process to fix those issues. Because again, when somebody uses a product and they don't have a huge knowledge or understanding behind it, it's hard for them to perfect it. And a lot of people just give up after like one try. Just like you as a sunless artist using different types of solutions and products and stuff, you don't want to give up after the first try because there is a learning curve with like literally every single thing that you try out. So for me to properly feel like I'm providing the full, like best type of experience for our clients, whether it's the self-tanning, option, I try to bundle the most important things together so people can get a feel and understanding and experience of all of the things that are meant to work together to create that great experience. With retail, you should try to aim for at least getting 30% of your revenue based off of retail. So whether that means you sell these individually or you bundle things, it's totally up to you and like whatever business model that you want. But I promise you that not having an overload of options, like simplifying things and having the most important, valuable things that you believe are going to create a better experience for your client is key. I always think about like Cheesecake Factory. Have you guys been to Cheesecake Factory? Been there quite a few times. My mom loves it, but I've also been to a place called In-N-Out. And In-N-Out and Cheesecake Factory have 2 completely different types of menus. And I personally prefer to go to In-N-Out, and I'll tell you why in just a second. The first thing is people want choices, but not too many choices. People are usually like in a rush. They're trying to get to like the next place. They're not really interested in hearing a sales pitch. They're not interested in trying to like figure everything out in like one appointment. I don't know. People are just in a rush. They want simplicity. So when I go to In-N-Out, it's so nice because they have like 3 different options on their menu when it comes to like burger packages or burger meals, I should say. And then you go to Cheesecake Factory and it's like this whole book of options that are never ending. And I'm more of like a simple person. I just want simplicity. I want someone to just like not give me so many options so I could just choose. I also have ADD, so that's a part of that. But the whole thing here is that you want to simplify your process so that way your clients don't feel overwhelmed and they don't feel like you're just trying to sell them anything at any time at, whatever. You want to have the most important things that you feel like are going to benefit your audience or your clients while still producing revenue for you. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about making money, and then we should be done here pretty soon here. So the first thing that I've said, and I'll say it again, is in order to share your love for X10 products or any retail products you have, you must love the product yourself. So I'm going to show you a way so you guys can test out all of the products that X10 has to offer, and you guys can make the best decision for you at the very end here. You want to think people over profit. There's actually a book about this. People, I'm sure multiple books, but people over profit. You don't want to think about, oh, how much money am I going to be making? Although that is a part of it. As a business owner, that's how we make a living, right? And that's okay. But you want to think first, is this product going to benefit my client? Now, I will never sell anything to anybody that I feel like it's just not going to be right for them. So, I mean, I've sold coaching programs. I've done coaching before. If I'm on a discovery call with somebody and I just don't feel like they're a great fit. Maybe they're too advanced for what I can teach them, or maybe they're just going in a different direction that I don't know too much about. I will tell them, even though it's like a $3,000 package, I will tell them I cannot serve you, because to me, it's more important to think about that person and the results that they're going to get, rather than thinking about the $3,000 that I'm going to feel really icky about if they can't produce the results, or if I'm just not the right fit for them, right? So you want to think about them first, what is going to benefit them. And I think when you think of it that way, you just naturally, like, one, feel better about selling, but two, you really help your clients, like, and they're going to thank you for it. I don't know about you guys and how you guys work with your clients, but when I spray tanned, every time I would actually be in the room with them, spray tanning them, every conversation was directed towards them. Every conversation was about them. Where are they going? What are they doing? If I could feel like they wanted to talk, if they did not feel like that, then of course I would just shut my mouth, do my thing and go away. But if they were open to speaking and talking and wanted to connect, I would ask them questions about them. And this did a couple of things. It built rapport, it built connection, it built trust, but also it allowed me to think like, okay, well, how can I serve them further? How can I offer a product for them that is going to help them on their vacation that they're going to go to in a week? Or how could I help make sure that their tan hands don't get like anything on their palms for their bridal shoot tomorrow, or whatever the case is, right? So always thinking about the people over the profit is so important. Share the items because you truly love them, not just because you're trying to make a buck. That's just longevity. That's like going to be, my saying forever and ever and ever. It's just going to help you in the long run, and it's going to feel a lot better. Focus on quality, features, and benefits. So when you create, or when you have items that come into your shop, you want quality items. Like all of our items, all these standalone little items right here are all packaged into beautiful packaging. It's all super professional. It looks good. It feels good. When people like hold it, they're like, wow, this is like quality product, So for me, it was really important to continue creating products that felt good, not only to the clients, but to us as Sunless artists to sell. Be willing to share over selling. So like, instead of being like, hey, we have a discount on this product, here is a scrunchie for 10% off, say something like, oh, this scrunchie just feels so good in my hair. It doesn't, pull out my hair. It doesn't tangle my hair. And I love it so much. You can talk about like your own experience with whatever product that you have. So that way they can get some insight as to why you love it, but also your recommendation. Just saying the words I recommend is so strong and so important, because you are supposed to be the Sunless expert. So who better to know about what products to use for the best experience other than you? Nobody. You should be the person to go to for all these things. And if you have an e-commerce store, if they walk out of your shop without purchasing anything, remind them, hey, I have an e-commerce store. If you ever want this product for your next vacation, just go on the store. You can order it there. We ship it out to you, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And then always ask yourself, whether you're selling in person or whether you're sharing online, will this be valuable to my audience? So I see a lot of people going for like, oh, it's 15% off. But instead of doing that, why don't we focus on the features, the benefits, the product, so you can make more money? All right. Remember, this is probably like one of my favorite quotes of all time. And if you guys have seen or been to any of my trainings, you've heard me say this before, or if you listened to the Beauty Business Babes podcast, you've heard this before. Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths do not get fed. So if you don't ask, and this goes with anything for business, okay? If you don't ask to negotiate the rent at your space, if you don't ask for help, if you don't ask for the sell, if you don't ask for whatever it is that you want, the answer is always going to be no. So I would hope that you would take away that fear of, oh, well, what if they say no? Don't worry about that so much, but open up a conversation about, hey, I heard that you're going to Hawaii next week. Did you want to extend the life of your spray tan by adding this X-Tan mousse so that way you can apply it on your 7th day or whenever it starts getting lighter, so you can maintain your tan throughout the entire time? So important. Your clients are the same ones that are buying from Amazon. Just straight up, you might as well turn that $50 sale into an $80 plus sale while enriching the experience for your clients. Okay. So just some tips really quick. I promise this is almost done. Is you want to focus on your ideal client, right? Focus on the benefits from using the products that you have. And you can do this through storytelling, videos, testimonial, and your own expertise. If you guys use Xtan products, you guys are more than welcome to use anything that's on our social media accounts. So if you guys have not already, if you don't have this app, use something called the Repost app, REPOST app. And that I don't think you have to pay for it. Maybe now, I don't know. Back in the day, you did not have to pay for it. It's completely free. But anyways, what that allows you to do is go onto our Xtan Sunless account. And I want to make it clear that we are at Xtan Sunless. This is our pro account, and Xtan_Sunless is our salon account. So you want to go to the pro account because you are a pro. So Xtan Sunless, all one word. Go on there. If there's something that is educational that you love about the Xtan line that you have at your own shop or your own business, feel free to snag that, use it on your account, and just make sure you tag us at Xtan Sunless. You can use the videos on there by using the Repost app would allow you to repost our videos. And most of our videos are professionally made, so they look really clean, really good. That way you don't have to create so much content. You're busy. You have your life to live, and you have your clients to serve. You have all of these things that you're doing. Don't worry about the content creation piece. We have that down. So we're doing that for you. We're doing it for us, but you guys can always use anything that you guys see on there. So if you see the Bronzite, light, medium, or dark before and after photos, feel free to use that. Go ahead and use our videos. Go ahead and use our reels. Just make sure that you tag us on there. So that way, and don't alter any of the photos is what we ask as well. Because this should solely be used for you promoting the products within your business. Okay. So I think that's going to alleviate some of the pressures that social media has for business owners, but specifically for you. So I'm hoping that helps. So you can do the video tutorials, you can share ours, you can do IG lives, Instagram lives, explaining about the product and why you love it, talk about the features and benefits. And you can also, here's a couple of tips on how to get more clients within your salon business as well, is obviously Instagram, Facebook, that's huge, but more specifically, Facebook groups are a hidden way that a lot of people don't know how to really navigate this, but Facebook groups has built my salon business and my e-commerce business, this business so much. A lot of you guys have probably found me on a Facebook group. So I want to encourage you guys to search local groups. That will be your homework for right now, for today. Go on Facebook, search local Facebook groups. So whatever city that you're in, put for example, I'm in Temecula. So I'll put Temecula women or Temecula girls or Temecula girlfriends or Temecula something where most of my ideal audience might be in. So, Temecula professionals or something like that. And anytime I go into these groups, when I initially go in, I do a introduction. I put my photo on there. I say, hey, my name is Kelly. I'm the owner of Xtan Sunless Salon. We are brand new here in Temecula. We've, spray tan for 8 years, whatever. Put a little bit about what I love, personal stuff, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And that just opens up the door for conversations about what a spray tan is perhaps, or where you're located, things like this. I don't necessarily put here's my website or here's my Instagram, because that can be a little bit spammy, but I just have a genuine intro. This is what I do. This is who I am. Connect with me if you like. And then going forward, a lot of these groups have a day where you can do some sort of advertisement or self-promotion. And a lot of those days that I've come to find are Fridays. So just look at their rules. And on that particular day, you can go in there and you can sell your product or your service without feeling icky about it. So that is a great way to get more clients through your door, and then obviously sell them more products and services. So a couple of tips that I have for you is to stay consistent. This has been such a hard thing for a lot of people that I know, is staying consistent. But remember that when you are posting on Instagram or when you're posting a story, a very small percentage of people are seeing this. So don't feel bad if you feel like you're being repetitive, because one, people aren't going to remember. Two, people aren't going to even see it a lot of the times. And three, the only person that knows how many times you've actually posted something is yourself. So take away the fear of being annoying, or take away the fear of like, oh man, I just posted this like 2 days ago. Don't worry about any of that. Nobody's really paying attention. There's so many things going on social media, so much noise happening on social media, that I promise you, they probably don't even notice that you posted yesterday or didn't post yesterday. So be consistent. If there's something that you're trying to push, whether it's like a product or something like a retail product, whatever, be consistent with it. Number two is stay away from being so salesy. Like I said, I think long gone are the days of being like, buy one, get one free, or 15% off. Like, if you're going to do a sale, be creative with it. Work with somebody to collaborate on a sale. Like, do something different, because when people say like, or see like 15% off or, 10% off, like, I feel like it's so repetitive among so many different people. But also when you do this all the time, it devalues what you're doing. And then people are just looking for the sale. So they're like, I won't get one today at full price. I'll just wait until she does another 10 to 15% off sale. I think that's a huge mistake that we make. I always think about like Jimmy Coco, right? I think about Jimmy Coco, who charges $250 or $300 for a spray tan. And it's like, why does he do that? And the reason why he does that and can do that without discounting it ever is because he has a high value of what his service is, how he's offering it, and his own time, right? So if we could just get into that space of my time is valuable, what I offer is valuable, and I'm going to attract the right people, places, things, experiences into my life because I know my value. That mindset shift literally is everything. So instead of decreasing to meet somebody where they're at, hopefully increase your view and your perception of value and share that with the world, rather than kind of contracting down, if that makes sense. Number three is organic conversation. So this goes back to pretty much everything that I've said in the past, like hour or whatever. Do not sell just to sell. Of course, have your goals, have like your retail goals. Say, I want to spend, or I want to, make $300 today on retail. Have that goal in mind, but also look for opportunities to sell. Look for conversations that open up a gateway for you to be able to offer something that feels good to you and that will actually benefit your client. And then, of course, the last thing is have a goal for yourself. This is another homework assignment. Have a goal for yourself. Every single client that comes through your door that you feel like would benefit from something that you're offering, whether that's a membership, a retail product, anything, ask them or tell them or share with them what that is, because without the knowledge, they can't make the decision. So a couple places where you can sell your retail products and your services. Obviously, like if you have an in-salon or mobile service appointment, you can sell your retail products there. Your own website, e-commerce store. You can go to fairs, you can go to booths and expo, or you can have booths at expos and things like that. And of course, third-party sites like Amazon, Etsy. Of course, takes a little bit of time and energy and knowledge to do this, but that is another possibility for you guys. So if you guys are still on here, thank you so much. Congratulations. You spent a little bit over an hour with me. I appreciate you being here, your time, your energy, and you. I want you guys to be able to, aside from this training, experience all of the things that we have to offer at Xtan. So if you are interested, I would love for you guys to go to xtansunless.com. Go to, I believe it's called Retail Packages, and look up the Bronzite package. The Bronzite package is going to give you the light, medium, and dark 8-ounce samples. It's going to give you the amethyst violet, jade green, and ruby red 1-ounce drops, the self-tanning mousse, the self-tanning mitt, the self-tanning brush, which, by the way, that brush can be used for you. So like you as the artist can have that brush in your pocket or in your place, so that way you can fix any type of blemishes problems that you might see, mistakes during the spray tanning process on your client. X-Tan Sunless Tan Remover is there, and that again could be for you and your client. The X-Tan Remover Glove, Exfoliating Mitt, and Extreme Scrub. And even though we don't have the scrub right now, if you guys do order this, we'll send that out as soon as we get our scrubs. So everything included with this package is usually $300.54, but it is going to be yours for $139. If you guys just go to xtansunless.com, you guys should be able to go ahead and get that. And the last thing that I want to mention here is that we have a great support team for you. So if you are a current or future X-Tan user of literally anything, whether it's our solution line, our retail products, whatever, I want you guys to feel empowered to ask questions. Do not hesitate to ask us any questions. We have a great team. Claudia, who is on this phone number right here, 888-800-8096. And then this is actually spelt wrong. So I just want to make sure that you guys have this correct. It's hello@xtansunless with 2 S's at the end here, which I will type here. hello@xtansunless.com. And then, of course, our Beauty Business Babes Facebook group, you guys can add yourselves onto that for free if you have not already. But these are the 3 ways that we are able to support you, or the best ways. Typically, DMs and stuff work, but we get so many DMs that it just drives us crazy. So if you can just get to us directly, these are the best ways to do it. Email, text or call, or the Facebook group. All right, cool. And another thing that I wanted to mention really quick is that we do have Bronzite now available again. I know that you guys, we sold out so quickly. I could not believe it. So within 3 weeks, I think we sold out everything that we had for our initial order. So we do have our new stock that is in. We've changed the seals because we did have some leaking issues. That has been fixed. Everything has been fixed. We're good to go. You guys can order any of the sizes, any of the colors today for any of the Bronzite line. Tina asks, tan remover glove versus exfoliating mitt. So that's a great question. The exfoliating mitt is meant to be used as like a standalone product. So the exfoliating mitt you can just use on your own without any product. The tan remover glove is meant to be used with the X-Tan remover. So when you apply the X-Tan remover, say for example, on your palms, you leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes, then you get the white glove. It's a microfiber glove. You can remove the tan with that product, with the X-Tan remover and the X-Tan glove. So those are to be used together. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Michelle, yes, the tanning drops. I can't wait. It's been a process, you know. Blanca, yes, anybody can get the $139 bundle discount. So just go to xtansunless.com and you should be able to find that there. And yeah, they don't have to join the Zoom today. It could be anybody that does that. So like I mentioned earlier, I bundle things because I want people to be able to use all of the things, even though they may have questioned it before, like, oh, do I actually need the scrub? This way they have it at a discounted rate, and that way they can actually use it and see, like, is this going to be good for my business? Is this going to be good for my clients? So anybody can use that or go and purchase the Bronzite bundle. The artist sample pack, what size is the Obsidian? It's 8 ounce. So anytime we have a sample pack, it's always a sample size, 8 ounce. Let's see, any other questions, you guys? Thank you so much for being here. No code needed for wholesale, correct? Yep. I know, too many options stresses me out too. Does this leave a residue before a spray tan? It does not leave a residue. You're talking about, hold on. Are you talking about the X-Tan remover, I believe? You can't really tell that it leaves a residue, but I've noticed it is like, I can kind of feel it. So it's best to, like I said, put water on it for the X-Tan remover, wipe it off, and just make sure you don't feel anything. And just to be safe, I would use the pH balancing spray, Mandy, after that. Perfect. Do we have a date or estimate for Bronzite Rapid? I'm hoping by next month. I'm really hoping by next month. I don't want to put like a promise out there, but I really hope. So I thought it was going to be done by June, but when I got the order in, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I am being picky because I want it to be perfect. The color itself was beautiful. The color was perfect. It lasted long. Like everything was perfect except for the bronzer inside the solution. It was just too thick. The bronzer was just too much. It was overdone. So we need to remove some of that bronzer and keep everything else as is and hope that we get the same exact results. Is Xtan Sunless coming out with a pH balancing spray? That's a great question. Yes, we're actually getting it sent to us next week. We're coming out, you guys, with so many products. And the reason why is because I want you guys to be able to come to xtansunless.com and literally buy anything that you guys need there. And again, I won't have like too many options for a particular product. For example, if we have a barrier cream, we're not going to have like 3 different barrier creams, or if we have a pH spray, we're not going to have like 3 different ones. We're going to focus on quality and having that be the best product that you could use for your spray tans. So we're getting sticky feet in, we're getting nose filters in, we're getting like new everything in. And within the next year or so, we should have like a full option line of like literally everything that you could possibly want, from like powders to brushes to all of the things. So it has been a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys have followed me for a long time, but I am not really on social media that much anymore. Like I'm not as active, not like creating as much. I miss it, but at the same time, I know like I have to be behind the scenes right now and like really focusing on testing and making sure that we're getting all of the right products in Xtan. So that way it's just the one-stop shop for seriously like every single person. The moisturizing spray, so we have a post spray that we've been testing and it needs to be better. That's just my opinion with all post sprays. It just needs to be better. So I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to do that. I'm working with a cosmetic chemist right now and a few ladies to really help me make sure that we are making like the best of the best. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it. Of course, I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I will send you guys this as soon as it's uploaded and good to go. So most likely by the end of the day today, you should receive this. If you guys want to get that Bronzite bundle, you guys can go to xtansunless.com. If you guys want to purchase any of the Bronzite line or anything else other than the scrub, it's all in right now. I don't think we're sold out of anything other than the scrub, which we should get next week. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any other questions. You can always DM me or email us, or even call that number that I provided for you guys. Thank you. You guys too. You have the best day, Michelle. You're welcome, Blanca. Thank you, Brittany, for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks, Tina.